But we are now pleased to present to you, I'm very honored to present to you, a young man, Kristopher Knowles. So let's give him a round of applause.
We got a speech. We got a speech.
Went down to City Hall to greet him and to welcome back.
We got a speech.
So you people are representing the student body of Cranbrook. Now, you're probably wondering, why are you here? I'm going to introduce you to some individuals who will explain to you a little bit more. And as I had said very briefly, there are certain, have you heard of a contest right now of who's the greatest Canadian? Have you heard of that? Who's the greatest Canadian? And there's different people being represented, Johnny, McDonald, Laurier, Celine Dion, all kinds of greatest Canadians. And if I had a pick for greatest Canadian, it would probably be Terry Fox. Terry Fox was a man who got cancer. He decided on his own and his family and his supporters to start in Newfoundland and to walk all the way across Canada on one leg. And it was an amazing journey. And the tragedy was halfway across Canada, the cancer returned and he passed away halfway across Canada in Thunder Bay. Then it was followed up by the man in motion. And you know about Rick, the man in motion, who did a wheelchair all the way across Canada. These two gentlemen, I think, should be representing Canada as the Canadian of the Year. And it's a marvelous sacrifice that the two of them took. We are in the presence of a young man who is doing the same. He's visiting 250 cities and towns across Canada. And he is just about, he's at the tail end of his journey. And I just met him. And Kristopher comes to you from Ontario. And he has a message for you. I would like to present to you a man who I think, in my mind, is certainly a hero, Kristopher Knowles.
First, I'd like to thank my road team. On my right, road manager Marcello. Back holding the camera, the little one, my dad / Knowles. And film director Marcello. Hi, my name is Kris'S. I'm 14 years old. I've been waiting for a living my whole life. The disease that caused me bleeding liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Sadly, most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of hospital most of my life. I've had over 20 operations that have saved my life. Creating this work to bring awareness and shortage of organs is needed. That is why I thought to myself that there is a way to save people's lives. And if I save our lives, it makes us all worthwhile. That's why I'm walking across Canada, to save the 4,000 men, women, and children that don't even know. I'm trying to inspire everybody to be American. Tell your friends and family about your wishes. And if you do, you're my hero, as well as everybody else's. Please don't take your organs ahead. Heaven knows we need them here. Alone, I can't do this, but together we can. Please make my wish come true. Thank you.
Now, Chris started, we're going to have a question and answer period in just a minute, but I believe you started on January 8th, walking all the way across Canada, and I have some interesting questions for him. But his manager, his road manager, just like a rock star, his road manager, George Marcello, is here from Ontario. And George is here to answer a few questions. You might have some questions. And so we'll fill in some of the information that you might have. Okay, so George.
Okay, Mount Baker Secondary School. How's everybody doing? Awesome. guys didn't get a good sleep last night? How's everybody doing? Okay, that's a little bit better. First of all, before we get to the question and answers period, I want to say thank you to a few local supporters from our community. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Cranbrook RCMP Police Department for offering a great escort this morning. Also like to say thank you to the City of Cranbrook and Mayor Priest for receiving Chris at City Hall this morning. And also like to say thank you to Super 8 for helping out with accommodations last night. And I'd also like to say thank you to the following restaurants. Marco Polo, the Apollo, and Walmart. They're all helping out. I'll tell you something. We're traveling on students' lunch money. Basically, that's how we've been surviving. And if it wasn't for the support of the students and the restaurants and all the other businesses that are helping out, we wouldn't be able to make it today. So, thank you. And next, I want to thank Melissa, Lindsay, and Rossi. Can you please stand? This morning. Thank you, ladies. So, now we get to the question and answer period. Now, this is a really important part. We call this the heart of the whole campaign, because Kristopher is doing this campaign so he can speak to the students. He can relay a message to the students, a very, very important message. And at this point in time, we call this up close and personal with Chris. So you get a chance to ask him any question you like. And there's usually one brave student that puts up their hand first. I know there's one in every school. Like, they don't even think about it. Their hand just goes right up. There, I knew there was one. Mrs. Taylor, can you help in addressing the students' names?
Hello. So you've been waiting your entire life for a liver transplant and haven't yet, or haven't had one project?
No, just still waiting.
Do you have like a rare blood type or something, or it's just such a shortage?
No, it's, well, right now I'm not, the reason why I'm not getting right now is because I'm not in hospital sick. So every time somebody's waiting for a liver or something, they'll get pushed up before a higher, like, on top of this.